Welcome back to the Birdies and Bourbon Show. Dan, how was your Memorial Day, bud? Mine was intoxicating.
Oh. Well, we do have a brand to uphold.
I mean, once the image is out there, I guess you got to stick with it. We'll get into it in a few minutes, but we were this close. We were this close. And for those of you that are just listening, be sure to go check out our YouTube page for the Birdies and Bourbon Show. And hey, for those of you that are listening, we appreciate it. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, share it with a friend. Who knows? They may like it. They may hate it. I don't know. Maybe you don't want them to be a friend anymore. Share it anyway. But yeah, it's I had a great. We'll get into Memorial Day and kind of what we did, what happened. We got some fun golf stuff coming up, meaning playing golf, mind you. We got our U.S. Open pick is just released today, so it's a high West rum finish pick. So absolutely fantastic. If you're a fan of butterscotch, you're gonna love it. And what about Sammy Burns, man? Was there anything? Ooh, you got the hat down. I like it. Cover up that mug. Did you already cash it in and say, shit, Scotty Scheffler's got another one in the books?
Pretty much. Yeah. I was like, oh shit, here we go again. Man, what kind of season is this? Oh my gosh. And then out of nowhere, Burns, who's the other guy that's having an incredible season. So all you can say is there's a new leaderboard on the PGA Tour, and it does not involve a lot of guys that we used to see up there. I mean, like your Brooksies and all those guys. It's holy cow, it has changed. Yes.
Starting to make a little bit of sense why some of these folks are thinking about heading over to the Live Tour, which was supposed to have released an announcement today. By the way, they have not released an announcement today, but this is kind of par for the course, right? I mean, they've got a lot of whiffs, man. I mean, there are a lot of announcements coming up. What I would tell their PR person is, I don't know why they're giving specific dates. Maybe they're giving them because we're talking about them, because they're not releasing something. So I don't know if they're trying to build, some noise that's not necessarily there. But yeah, I see why people are kind of jumping ship, because I mean, when you got to compete with the likes of Scotty Scheffler, Sam Burns, Jordan Spieth, he may be back. Patrick Reed, the PXG is out of the bag. I think he's gone back to the ping, and looks like we got Patrick Reed back in contention here. So I'm kind of liking where things are going, and the folks that said, hey, we're sticking it out. We're sticking it out with the PGA Tour. I think that's I think it's warranted, and I like it.
Well, we got all of our superheroes and villains back. We got Patrick Reed, Captain America. He's back in action, and then you got your villain, Bryson DeChambeau.
He is back. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see, because he's withdrawn now from 2 tournaments. At least one he withdrew from. Mm-hmm. I think it was 2, right? So the PGA and then Colonial. So it'll be interesting to see what happens this week. And I'm sure we'll talk a little more about it once we get into our DraftKings picks this week. But I don't know if I'm going to get on the Bryson bus, his first outing back and at Memorial, and with the field that's at Memorial.
Have we seen any ant sightings yet?
Well, I mean, the course has had a makeover, so I guess we saw it last year. But I think they may have cleaned up the ant hills around the rough, so we could be in good shape there.
I could just see that going on in the off season. Hey, like Bryson walking up with his milkshake. Hey, Jack, get rid of those effing ant hills.
Plenty of Benadryl. I hear that's a secret recipe. Extra Benadryl in your milkshake. By the way, what's your favorite milkshake? What's your favorite brand or flavor?
Well, up there, I heard you got to go with the what's it called?
It's the Buckeye. The Buckeye.
The Buckeye. Yeah, the Buckeye. Yeah. I haven't had one. I'd love to have one of those. I'm game for that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Buckeye is like a chocolate peanut butter kind of combination, and I'm actually that's where I would be heading. I mean, I'm like, yeah, I'll take the chocolate peanut butter, man, for sure.
So let me read off some names here real quick. Okay. So did you see this as your final guys in the leaderboard here? You got Sam Burns, Scotty Scheffler, very much that we knew they were going to be at the top of the leaderboard, right? Brendan Todd, third place. Tony Finau, Davis Riley, Scott Stallings. I mean, that's fun. That is new. Yeah.
So Davis Riley, yes. It was really exciting watching Stallings on Thursday and Friday. I was in Knoxville for Memorial Day, so obviously we were watching it on TV, but I'm a hometown boy, if you will, and it was really exciting watching Stallings play there. But again, I'm sure he's not displeased with his the finishing spot, but I mean, it's I thought it was great. And some of the names, I mean, Brendan Todd at that course, I don't know that would have been a direction that
was the one I was really kind of going for, from a whoa, is he back, kind of thing. I mean, Stallings has been playing pretty well this season, so I did not, I mean, he was leading there for a while. I sometimes the stretch on Sunday was a little tough on like 12 through 16 or something like that. It was playing really tough.
Did you HB3? Did you get that? Did you get that direct from HV3, or was you just kind of interpreting his mannerisms?
Just channeling it straight from him. Yes.
What did he? Was it like triple, double, triple, or something like that to close that thing out? What did he want? He wound up losing like $1.1 million, maybe 1.2. So that
finished T27. Yes.
Yeah, that's a swift kick to the groin, man. And
triple, double, triple, birdie, double, bogey. Yeah, that's a rough stretch.
Yeah. Too. We were talking about Mito right at the PGA and kind of the what happened with him and the finish. I think we were talking about Mito. Yeah, we were talking about Mito. Yeah, and not being able to close it out, and how many more times is Harold Varner going to get to carry the label around of, like winning just isn't my thing?
What a great competitor, obviously a tough Sunday, and then took some time to still meet with fans afterwards and show his gratitude. And I mean, that's just kind of like, getting the bigger picture, right? I mean, you're going to go out there, you're going to try your best on Sunday. And we've seen it before. He's had trouble closing and everything else, but at the same time, doesn't mean you have to be, close to the sport, right? So it was good to see that. I mean, I want to see the guy win. Yeah.
Class for sure.
Yeah.
Well, and he's got to win in on the Saudi tour. He's got to win. He's got to win in Australia. He just doesn't have a win in the U.S. So I don't know, to say that it's inevitable. With the talent pool, some of the names you just read off, there's a lot of names you didn't even mention. Yes, I would love to see him win. Is he gonna win? I don't know. I mean, he's got a little bit of a there's a chip there, and he's got to get past that, I guess. I mean, is Scotty Scheffler a winner? I think so.
Yeah.
Is Sam Burns a winner? I think. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. What the mold looks like. And I don't know that it's any different. I mean, if you can compete if you can compete all week and put yourself in that position, I don't know what puts you. I don't know where you are from the position that you just don't close it out.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Did you talk at all with Scott Stallings afterwards via text or on the phone or anything?
We were trading some texts. Said the course was good, and said congratulations on, I think, Fridays when he kind of broke through, and he was tied for the lead. But so was Scheffler. There were a handful of other guys that were like 9 or 10 under right there. But yeah, no, it looked great, man. And
he had some great barbecue afterwards, it looked like.
He did. It looked like he had some really good barbecue. And he's in the field this week. Monday qualified, I think, last week for the U.S. Open. So lots of good things. Lots of good things in Camp Stallings, man. Excited for him. So looking forward to seeing him. Maybe some repeats, right? I shouldn't say repeats. Look forward to him playing well, and then let's make the weekend happen. So,
he's been kind of knocking at the door too. I could see him pulling one off here pretty soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Good stuff coming from East Tennessee boy. Who else? So we talked. So Liv, no announcements there. What a shit show. Michelle Wie, she's Brady'd us again. I mean, I don't know how many times she's going to retire, but congratulations on a shorter career this time than last. But nevertheless, congratulations. Glad you could make that happen, I suppose.
I'm only waiting for you to start announcing your retirement, and then like a week later, I'm back, and this is the last show, guys. I'm back. I'm not back.
Well, I'm going to do that at the end. If I did it right now, I mean, people might. Well, actually, they may start listening. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But yeah,
I didn't even,
so
the we thing was kind of weird. I was like, okay, I thought she kind of already had retired, but okay, whatever.
Yeah, I did
That's
too.
cool.
Yeah. I mean, she's in a position where she can do it. She's she's a major champion, so to be celebrated for sure. But
did she wink at Ricky when she did that? Hey, Ricky, it's not that bad. It's okay. You can do it.
So if you had to, if you were comparing, and I mean, maybe you just did, but if you're comparing like the LPGA to the PGA, right? Who's most relatable from Michelle Wie and her career and the PGA Tour? You probably just said it, but
yeah, maybe. I just think he's made it so much money off that. I see her as just making a ton of money. She won a major. He never won a major, but he made a ton of money off the course like she did. And they both had high expectations going in. I guess that's the comparable one, because everybody else that I would compare, her to on the men's side, I think does have a major, and he's the one that doesn't. So I'd say that he's probably the one that most disappointed in that. But I don't know. Can you think of another one?
If I had to tie it back, no, not really. Not a good comp. So probably a horrible question, but we went where I was going to go. But no, I don't know. Not Brooks, not Bryson. Maybe a Xander Schauffele. Could see and at this point in their career, right? I might kind of say a Xander. The spirit was always there. The personality was always there. You got some hype machine. She was definitely more hype than Xander ever was or will be, probably. But if I had to, that's probably where I would go from that sense. Would be
all right.
Xander.
Let's play a little game real quick. So with Ricky, because Michelle had a bunch of injuries, right? So it wasn't necessarily all that, she just, was distracted off the course and all that kind of stuff. I think she had some serious injuries she had to get through, and she just didn't have the kind of the career that we thought she was going to have going in, when we had all that hype and all that kind of stuff. Ricky, on the other hand, kind of the nomer there is that, he was kind of distracted off of the tour, and that he was making a bunch of money from endorsements, and he was king of the commercial and everything else. And do you think at the end of the day, now that he's kind of struggling out there, just to be honest with you, he's still playing, but he's struggling. Do you think he wishes he would have taken a little bit of step back, maybe 5 years ago, to put a little bit more effort towards getting a major?
Short answer, yes. Long answer, I don't think he gives a shit. Yes, in the sense of I want to win a major. Absolutely. In the sense of if I had to forego the position that I'm in today to do that, I don't think so. Again, I don't know his background. I don't know where, his upbringing and such. And, did he humble beginnings? Was it kind of like, you're just destined for a path of glory? There no family members that I'm aware of were golfers, or kind of it's not the Charlie Tiger thing that's going to happen, right? As far as I'm aware. So no, I don't think he would. I think if you say, hey, you can get these majors, or you can sit over here, I think he's sitting over there. I think he's sitting with the bankroll. I guess you've made some history and you're in the history books, but once you've moved on from here, man, what the history books are just that. You'll never know it. So
does Ricky's career look, and this is off, this is way out there. It's not. My answer is no, but does his career look more like DJ's if he doesn't go for the sponsors?
No. No, I don't.
You know what I'm saying? Because DJ is not big on the endorsements, and he has a couple majors, right?
Maybe. The one thing you can say is, Ricky kept his nose clean. Didn't hear about falling down any steps from the Camp Fowler. So I mean, maybe could have, but I mean, I don't know that Ricky did anything that was like out of whack, right? And yeah, I mean, I'm sure it was distracting, but I mean, was he not taking the time? Like Spieth talks about it all the time. Spieth talks about you got to get right for the turn. You got to pop when it's the right time, right? And it's and there's lots of variables, right? How you feeling, where you playing, is there mentally what's going on? Is there anything that's screwing with you? So I don't think I wouldn't compare DJ and Ricky in the same sense. I think DJ is I think his professional golf awareness is something that professional athlete awareness. I look at DJ as a professional athlete. Ricky is obviously a professional athlete. I don't know that I've ever looked at him in that mindset of it from the caliber of a DJ, a Rahm, a Scheffler, a Tiger. I mean, shit, even a Phil. Talk about distractions. I mean, even before Phil started this whole nonsense, I mean, how friggin' distracted do you think Phil Mickelson was? I mean, we've got, he Martha Stewarted us, or kind of allegedly he Marthaed us, allegedly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, then you had more gambling noise coming about. I mean, you had a lot. I mean, Phil had a lot of heat, and generally speaking, when there's that much shit flying around, it gets a little smelly.
Yeah.
And Phil kind of persevered, man. And this was like, I mean, he was winning Masters when this stuff was. I mean, his wife had cancer. Luckily everything, came. They beat it. It came out great. Like, I mean, what's the worst story you've ever heard about Ricky Fowler? I mean, name something bad.
I
think he may have lost Mercedes as a sponsor.
No, I don't think he did.
Oh, he didn't. Okay. All right.
I think they're back.
Oh, they're back.
So for clarification, we're big fans of Ricky. We're big fans of DJ, all those guys. It's just we like to play the what if, is it, do you really think that if he would have given something up, he would have gotten the major? Maybe not. I don't know. It's just a fun what if game. That's all. Yep.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm such a fan that I think the game's actually coming back. And compared to how he was playing, and he plays Muirfield really well. I think Ricky's a play this week, man. I think he's I think he's a good top 20. I think he's a good DFS play. I think he's going to be low ownership because I don't think anybody wants him.
I agree.
Except for Puma.
I agree. All right, here we go. So here's some plays for you this week. On Wednesday of this week, do you know who's playing?
We talking about the Open? What are we talking about?
Nope. We on Wednesday this week, we have got a little match going on. Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers versus Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen.
Who you taking?
I haven't seen Josh Allen hit a golf ball.
I'm
going to say Rodgers is so good.
Yeah. I'm thinking Mahomes, but I'm confusing Mahomes and Steph Curry which I don't know why I'm doing that. But anyway, I don't know. We got to make a wager. We got to bet something on this, don't we?
Okay, I'm gonna let you. Do you want to? Did I bet first last time, or did you bet first last time? They're playing in Las Vegas.
You pick. Yeah, they're doing like
Yeah,
they're doing the 11 hole, whatever the Brooks and Bryson duel off. So.
Okay, so here's the odds. So according to this article here, Brady Rodgers is minus 160 and Mahomes Allen's plus 150. So the Brady Rodgers is favored.
Yeah, I'm with
Probably
you.
I don't.
It ain't because of Brady. Yeah,
it ain't because of Brady.
He's doing wind sprints in the parking lot. He's got another Super Bowl to win this year. You pick who you want. I'll take the other.
I gotta take Rodgers. I'll take him.
Taking Rodgers.
Yeah.
Danica's ex. All right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see him losing. He's already done it before. He's not going to be nervous. He's weird as can be. So
it could be an understatement. Yeah, he's a little awkward. But hey, we're all awkward in our own way. So there you go.
All right, let's do some what ifs. Okay, so this is, I think it's on TNT, right? Is it on TNT?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, is Barkley commentating? Is Barkley the mouthpiece?
think so. I think so. Do you think we get a Mickelson flyby?
No chance.
No,
No
you don't think
chance.
it's going to be like just at least the audio in the ear or something for a few?
Not even a call in. No,
Will
no.
there be
We
any?
haven't.
Will there be any footage of Phil on the broadcast?
That is very possible that we might see some previous round footage of Phil. That's a possibility. No, they're definitely going to do it because they're going to talk about Liv. Liv's probably already cut them a check to pull up footage of Phil to talk about him. That's what I bet that's what they're waiting on. I haven't heard this take yet. I bet that's what Liv is waiting on. I bet they're waiting on Wednesday. Because what's to stop them from buying a spot, buying a commercial spot?
You're right.
I mean, maybe this is the hype machine they're creating to build a little noise around this so they can drop some. I was going to say drop some bombs, but I'm like, I don't know if I could. That maybe
Will any of the guys have Liv on any clothing, bags, or anything on?
No. The only way we're going to see Liv is if it's an actual paid for and bought commercial, and Phil and Greg are standing there hugging each other.
Do you think they invite Greg on to talk about
it? So if I were betting yes or no, I would bet no. But I'm just going with my gut there, thinking that they're going to keep it classy. But then I'm also thinking like you've got 4 quarterbacks out there playing golf at 11 holes or 12, whatever it is in Vegas. So, I mean, class has left the building. So it wouldn't surprise me, but I don't think that it's going to happen. I don't think so.
Yeah, it's on TNT. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, that's a little bit of an element there. I mean, we haven't seen anything released yet. I wouldn't be surprised to hear some stuff come out. Yeah,
I wouldn't either, and I think they would totally be in the right to do it. I mean, let me tell you this: if I were them and I were launching a new golf league, you bet your sweet ass I'd have a commercial spot in there. I mean, what do they have, like $2 billion? I don't know, some ridiculous amount of money that they've got set aside for the next 10 years, I guess, is the propaganda or the propaganda machine that's out there. So you're damn right. I mean, it's like, no, I want opening credits. I want I'm wondering, why is it still the Capital One whatever?
I don't know. I don't know. Let's see.
I think it was Capital One that was the headliner.
It was, yeah. Yeah, it is Capital One. Yep, Capital One's the match. Yep, there it is on Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm wondering why this isn't the Live Invitational match, and they're putting it on.
So okay, let's play another game real quick. If you're the Live Tour and you know that they went after Jack, and he said no, there's a lawsuit now and all that kind of stuff. Okay, we know all that. If you're the Live Tour and you create a milkshake, what flavor is it?
I mean, I could be real cheesy and call it the Sandy Lyle.
Sandy Lyle. I like that.
You could just call it the Sandy Lie, and it could be
the Sandy Lie.
Yeah. You could make it like some kind of almond flavored, keep that color, that khaki taupe color in there. Let's think, what else could you call the milkshake?
Lucky Lefty.
Oh, you could call it the Lucky Lefty. Yeah. I'd want to make that one green,
like a minty one, like a minty one.
Yeah, I'd want to make it green. Yeah, but I don't know what Luck of the Irish has to do with that. I don't know. The rest of the stuff that's going through my mind, I'm just going to keep it to myself. I'm going to keep it to myself.
Save it for the book. Save it for the book.
I'll save it for the book, as Phil would say. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. I don't know. Maybe I mean, now that I didn't think about that, and I haven't heard anybody talk. I've heard people talking about the Live Tour, about Live announcing that they're going to make an announcement. I've heard people talking about the fact that Live hasn't made the announcement that they said they were going to make, but I haven't heard anybody tie it into the match. Do you know how much noise I've actually heard about the match? And I listen to a lot of golf shit. I haven't heard a single person talk about the match. This could be for a while. It could be, well, let me say this. It'll be the last one we have that doesn't involve a professional golfer.
Okay.
For a while.
Do you think that there's a lot of silence around this match because of the association with Phil?
I don't think so. I mean, because I mean, while Phil was, I think he's been included in every one. Well, so he wasn't included in the Bryson and Brooks deal, but up until that point, he had been included in what are there, 4, 5 maybe that he was included in. But I don't think so. I mean, I don't think he really. I mean, yeah, his name was on it, his picture was on it, but you really, I mean, shit, dude, he's in the Hall of Fame. I guess they could kick him out. And I mean, they can't take away his majors. They can't take away his wins. I mean, you could scratch him out of the off the plaque, but I mean, the fact that he won it, I mean, he won it. Like you can't just say, hey, we're going to give this to who came at Brooks Koepka at the PGA Championship in 2021. Runner-up Brooks Koepka. Hey, you're now the winner because we don't like Phil anymore, and we booted him from the PGA Tour. I mean, I think he's booting himself, but he's also 51. So I mean, I think it's I think that, I mean, he's looking for avenues, and most of the people that you see, right? It's the Jason Kokrak.
Yeah, everybody wants to know where Phil is, and this is in Las Vegas. And if you're going to go to the match and watch these 4 football players play, you can go see Phil Mickelson. He'll be signing autographs next to Pete Rose over there.
Do you think Pete's bitter?
I think Phil is quickly becoming the Pete Rose of the PGA Tour.
And that is actually a great comparison. That's really that's solid in that sense. Yeah, he is definitely the Pete Rose of the PGA, because I think a lot of people still like him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, a lot of people like Pete Rose, but he is not in their good graces. Yeah. No, I don't know if Phil. I don't know if Phil will become a Hall of Famer.
He's already a Hall of Famer.
Has he been inducted into the Hall of Fame?
Yeah. Oh, he's in. Tiger's in. Yeah.
Okay. They do that a little bit earlier then. That's a good point. Yeah, they do that.
Yeah, well, I say that. I'm pretty sure he is. I can look it up. Okay. But no. You just got to. You got to have 2 majors, and you got to be over. It's like 41 or 42 years old. But once you hit a certain age, then they go ahead and pull you in. That way, you're which I think is a pretty. I actually think that that's something that they do really well. In that, I don't know why we're talking about the PGA Hall of Fame. Well, I do know, but Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson. All right, so you got to have 15 wins or more on any tour. Oh, but listen to this: a player must have a cumulative total of 15 or more official victories on any of the original tournament. So yeah. So Live wouldn't count because Live's not, or at least 2 majors. And another trigger for there's an age statement in there. Somebody's listening and they already know it. I know they do. Yeah, nevertheless, filibuster or moving on.
Moving on. We're good.
Tiger Woods is 2020. Hold. I misspoke. Oh yeah. No, you're correct. You're correct, Dan. For first time this year. I don't see Phil Mickelson's name as a. Tiger Woods was inducted in 21. Probably because they didn't know if he was actually going to. No, Phil Mickelson is not in here yet. I thought that no. Yeah, 2012.
I thought it said 2012. It was the World Golf Hall of Fame. That's not is it the same thing?
Ooh.
PGA Hall of Fame. I don't know. It don't matter. I always just wanted they could keep him out like they kept Pete Rose out. That's all I was wondering. So we don't need to get hung up on it. Listeners, if you know the answer, let us know.
If they're going to keep anybody out, it's definitely going to be him.
Yeah.
All right. Enough of that. Let's head to the memorial. Before we do, pour yourself a drink, and we'll be back. Dan, we are back at the Memorial Tournament. It is Jack's Place, Dublin, Ohio, Muirfield Village, par. It's not my snake noise. Par 72. I knew the par, but I know they extended the course, and it's now playing just shy of 7,600 yards. We're still on bent grass greens. And we saw this last year, right? We saw the renovation last year.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, I think this is a fantastic tournament. I mean, anybody that's got it's giving out milkshakes in the club room. What did they said they had they had a slushy machine at the caddy station. I'm wondering if must have been a Canadian that said that. I think they confused slushies with milkshakes. Hey, what do I know? What do I know? I mean, the field is stacked, I would say. What do you think? You think this is a strong field?
Yeah, I do. I think there's some notables that aren't playing, but yeah, it's stacked for sure.
120 players. You got 32 of the top 50 that are going to be here. And our most recent winners, Patrick Cantlay. Well, wait a minute. So before I go there, can I call Patrick Cantlay a winner?
He's won.
He got the trophy. He got the trophy. He's won twice.
Well, he won a different year, right? Yeah, he won a different year.
Yeah. 2021, Patrick Cantlay beat Collin Morikawa in a playoff. Jon Rahm won in 2020. He beat Ryan Palmer in not a playoff.
He had a stroke penalty.
He did. Patrick Cantlay again in 2019. Bryson DeChambeau, who we'll talk about a little further about. Jason Duffner, Billy McGirt, David Lingmerth, Hideki Matsuyama, who we'll get into, Matt Kuchar, Tiger Woods, Steve Stricker, Justin Rose, and then it kind of goes Tiger Woods, a lot of Tiger Woods action at the Memorial Golf Tournament. But yeah, it should be a fun one. I'm excited for this. What do you think about the stretch of golf that's happening right now? So they moved the PGA Championship, right? So the PGA Championship was in June this year, and it's scheduled to be in June. I'm sorry, it was in May, scheduled to be that way for some time to come. Do you like this little stretch of kind of action-packed golf? And what do you think the intent is behind it? Because and I'll talk when we get to Spieth, I'll talk a little bit about that.
It's action-packed for sure. It's very condensed. Once you hit the Masters, it's kind of like Daytona for golf, right? It's kickoff time. It's time to go. And this is an interesting time of the year because it's action-packed every week. Every tournament's got a really good field with it. And the players have to want to kind of pick and choose which weeks they want to play and don't want to play, because there's so many points in here, and they can't play every week because they'll just get burned out of, just a lot of travel, it's hot out there, all that kind of stuff. So it makes it a very strategic kind of play for them. And it's so critical that they get it right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if people really. I don't know how much I think about logistics as it comes to if you've ever booked a golf trip for the for your crew and going out. I mean, there's a lot of logistics behind that, and as I'm thinking through this thing, I mean, I think I get what the PGA Tour is trying to do. I mean, they're trying to keep everything into put it in a small enough window where kind of the all the action happens. And I don't know, was this some foresight into what's going to happen with the Live Tour? Are they going to have a better, winter schedule? Or are you going to have people here that might not otherwise, that might not come? Because I don't know if this was, if there was some foresight into, hey, let's get things in our, kind of nice compressed bucket. But, as they do this, I mean, look at Jordan Spieth that's played, I don't know, what's he played? This is 4 weeks in a row now for him, maybe. I don't know. I'll tell you in a second.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, I think, and he's been playing really good. It's just like, yeah, so he played the Schwab, the PGA, AT&T, the RBC, so not 3 weeks in a row. And it's kind of like, I don't know, this will be the 4th week in a row. And is the Memorial important to him? He says he likes it, says things, good things are happening and, coming from the Memorial. But it's like, okay, well, we also have the US Open coming up. We've got the Open coming up. And, I'm just wondering, does some of these things start to fall? Look at Justin Thomas. I mean, he just went to Canada this year. or I'm sorry, for this week for the Canadian Open. So I'm expecting we're going to see a new RBC brand ambassador for the Royal Bank of Canada, being one Justin Thomas. I think he's got a few open spots on his shirt, so he's got some places to fill out some real estate. But yeah, I don't. I mean, again, I don't know what they did. I think I get what they did and why they tried to condense this down into this short run format. But the other side of that is, I mean, are you kind of forcing some of the big, not bigger names? Are you forcing some of the more mature players? Are you putting them at a disadvantage? And I mean it at a disadvantage of, well, I mean, age is age, right? And is somebody that's 42 going to be able to compete with somebody that's 22 after they played three or four tournaments in a row? I mean, we mentioned was it Steele or Streelman? Steele. No, I'm sorry, is Brandon Todd you mentioned earlier. And it's like, I don't know, I mean, what's Brandon Todd going to look like coming into this stretch, right? Is it going to start to be a little bit of fatigue? And you got, just a fresher set of legs, just from overall mileage. And it's, that they kind of rise to the top. So, but maybe it's with intent. I don't know.
You got to be very strategic with your planning here because of the travel and the play associated with it. So, the players know, and we talk to them, and they know which courses they feel that they have the best chance at, and then they'll set out the ones that are a little bit longer or maybe narrower, whatever it is, that they don't the eyesight's not good for. They'll weed those out and take those weeks off. But at the same time, I'd say that this time of the year, and this is just my personal opinion, maybe you agree, as much as the golf does a good job with the playoff system and the FedEx Cup, which I think is fun, it gives a good thing to do at that time of the year, right, with the playoffs and all that kind of stuff. But this is more exciting than that time of the year for sure.
Hands down.
It doesn't hold a candle to it. Yeah.
No. Yeah. Not even a whiff. Not even a whiff. Okay. Enough. So what's going to happen at Muirfield at the Memorial? I think fairways are absolutely going to be a premium. The rough is going to be extremely penal. If you miss the fairway and you're in the rough, I think that brings around the green game is going to be extremely important. And then as we saw with resurfacing the greens, they moved some greens, they've added bunkers. I mean, this is, I think it's all around. You got to have a tee to green game. And I don't know if putting actually could be secondary from just true tee to green. And the course is long. At almost 7,600 yards, but there's a lot of elevation here. So I don't know that the bombers are gonna really have an advantage. I'm going fairways and approach, and I think approach is going to be key. But I think it's the approach is going to be, are you hitting fairways? So that's kind of where or how I'm looking at players this week to go for the lineup. So obviously no Scotty. Let's jump into the lineup, by the way, Dan. And we're heading over to our friends at fantasynational.com. No Scotty Scheffler this week. Jon Rahm, $11,100. Look who's just below Jon Rahm. Has it been a minute since Rory has been like the second guy listed?
Yeah, he's been playing great though. But if Scotty was playing, it'd probably be Scotty, Rahm, and then Rory, right? But yeah, Rory, it's been a while since Rory's been up there, and I'm glad to see it. Yeah.
So here's where I'm at. So in building lineups this week, obviously, so looking at the last 24 rounds of fantasynational.com, Jon Rahm ranks out first in the model. He is also the most expensive player, and he is coming off of a T48 finish at the PGA Championship. He did win in Mexico that was kind of like a flag football match, would you say? Everybody was professionals, but I mean, he didn't have his best performance, and he still pretty. I mean, yeah, he won the tournament.
It was a lighter field, yeah.
So here's my question: is did you see enough from Jon Rahm in Mexico? T48 win, T27, T55, T17, and last year walking off of the 18th green. At least they let him finish the round. I mean, I don't know. Is that safe or not safe? At least they let him finish the round. Walking off the 18th green, I think on green on Saturday, right? With a 6-stroke lead. I think I got that somewhat allegedly.
Somewhere, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, get your mask on. You've got COVID, and you got to come with us. And then that leads to Patrick Cantlay and Collin Morikawa in a playoff. Obviously, we know Patrick Cantlay took the W there. Do you think he's just hell bent on or as we've seen many times over, his passion, his machismo can get the better of him and kind of get him a little sideways? What are you doing with Jon Rahm?
Well, did you talk about the year before when he came off and they informed him he had a 1-stroke or a 2-stroke penalty, but he still won? He was like, oh, that was the that one there, he does not have good feelings coming off 18 here. That is for sure. And that is 100% for sure. So it's been really, what do you think they're going to do to him this year?
I feel like whoever has to go and tell him something, I think they're just going to get punched. Maybe not, but I'm thinking like it's not going to be good.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. So your question was, did I see enough in Mexico to play him? He hasn't been playing his best golf, obviously. Around the green and putting 92nd and 93rd in this last 24 rounds in this field, not great. From an odds perspective, does he go 3 for 3 here? That's probably not in his favor either to go 3 for 3 years in a row, right? But he's probably going to win.
I'm going to be very bullish on Jon Rahm. And what do the numbers say? The numbers say he should hit the majority of the fairways. The approach is good enough. If you're hitting fairways and you're hitting greens around the green, does it make that much of a difference? And we just need the putter not to suck. And at 15% owned, he's probably going to be one of the lower guys, I think, and at 15, 16. So, at 15% owned, I think I'm sprinkling some Rahm around.
Where are you starting in this? Where are you starting in this range, though?
Where am I starting? That's a good question. I don't know if I'm starting in this range, actually.
If you were to pick a guy in the $10,000 range, who are you starting with?
I think I got to go Jon Rahm.
I think I'm going to go Rory. If you look at him last 3 tournaments, he hasn't placed out of the top 10. You got 8th at the PGA, 5th at the Well, 2nd at Masters. In this model rank, he's 4th, 10,900 off the tee, 4th approach, 15th. There's your ball striking right there. Around the green, 21st, putting 45th. His trajectory is just outstanding, and this guy's playing great golf. What you have the other page? What did he do here last couple of years?
You're reading my mind, animal. T18, T32, missed the cut, T8. So good enough that I would play him. And then, but yeah, I don't, obviously I've already used him, but that I could see that kind of happening. I think he's playing really good. I think there's a lot of course comps here from Muirfield to Augusta National. We all saw what he did on Sunday. He would add a few more holes, he would have won the golf tournament. So yeah, I don't think that's a bad play at all. I don't actually think there's a bad play in. Let's say that.
No, I don't think there is. I don't think there is. No.
Yeah,
there's no wrong answer.
The only guy, just because of the depth of the field that I'm probably like, I don't know, is Xander.
But you say that, but he's been playing good. Yeah.
And you got T11, T13, T14 in his last 3 showings here. So all the lights are on, and kind of points them and says like it's go time for one Xander Schauffele. And it wouldn't, this would be the place to win. This is kind of like a breakout tournament, if you will. His numbers overall, they look pretty damn good. Nothing really looks bad from a from a Xander standpoint. I mean, tee to green, he's ranked 6th in this model. He's 11th on approach. He's 12th off the tee. I mean, if you're looking for balance is that's about as balanced. It's the most. I don't know that there's a more positive balance here.
Yeah. And then Morikawa, if he wins this, isn't it like in the rules that he has to become a Workday ambassador? Because he won down in Florida. He won the Workday here. That wasn't the Memorial. And then if he wins this one, which is a Memorial by Workday, I think they just have to make him a sponsor or ambassador, right?
Obviously finishing 2nd last year, T48 in 2020. He does have a win at the course, not the Memorial. Yeah, no, I think he's going to have to open up some real estate on his shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably, what's the ownership for him? Yeah, I know you got it in front of you. What's he at? 14, 12, 16.
14.
What's the lowest ownership there? Patrick Cantlay.
Cantlay. Yeah.
Patrick Cantlay at 12. And those probably bump up a little as we get closer to, but
it's tough because I think people are sleeping on Cantlay. He plays this course really well, you know.
I mean, yeah, I mean, if I mean, depending on where you're like, I mean, from a one and done perspective, if somebody's used Rahm, somebody hasn't used Rahm and you haven't used Cantlay, I don't know that I'm going, it would be a good one. It would be a really good one. And I think that just gets Rahm even more fired up to take it home. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Fun range. That's a fun range. Yeah.
$9,000 range, Dan. Let's just start at Cameron Smith. So missed three out of his last 5 missed cuts. Best finish, we got a T68 and 20 and a T65 and 17. Yeah, what do you do with Cam Smith here? I mean, everything that I have says, well, you got to play him. And I'm talking from a DFS standpoint. I mean, last 24 rounds, he's leading in DraftKings points. And he really doesn't suck anywhere. I guess say he's ranked 78th off the tee. So if he's struggling somewhere, it's off the tee. That could bite him in the ass. I think if you're just looking at course history, he doesn't play here very well. But do we have a different Cam Smith?
I don't know. I'm probably gonna fade just because the course history doesn't really look that great for me. And I think there's other plays down here guys that do like this course better. Who are you gonna start with here?
You mean like one Jordan Spieth, T18, T13, T7 cut, and a T13. And mind you, the putter is not hot right now at all, and he's still playing some pretty damn good golf. So, but I'm not starting there. I'm not starting at Jordan Spieth.
But I'll go back to say Cameron Smith's one of the top 5 hottest guys on tour right now. I know that. I'm just saying from the course history, I think there's probably a better play from the DFS here.
And what's his projected ownership? So 15% in the $9,000 range. I think a lot of my DFS picks this week are absolutely going to be. I think I'm going to rely heavily on ownership because. I mean, that's how do I get outside of this thing and how do I get to a better spot? And let's see. I think Hideki is probably, if you want to go, how do I differentiate my lineup? I think Hideki's probably a good option, and he's only $9,200. I know I say only, but he's second, third to the lowest price guy in the $9,000 range. He is 14%. So, yeah, I mean, it's not great, but I think just with some of the injury scares that we've had with Hideki, I think maybe that becomes a little bit of maybe people are going to fade off of him. Tournament history here. Hideki is T62, missed a cut in 2020, but he's 6, T13, T45. Mind you, those better finishes were prior to the course renovations, but yeah, I think that's maybe an angle, if you will, that I might be looking at is Hideki. I think Hovland too. And I don't know. I mean, Hovland's around the green game right now sucks. but I don't know that I don't know that Hovland's getting a lot of attention. So I think those may be my go-to. I'm definitely going to be swimming around the bottom half of the $9,000 range when I start.
I like Fitzpatrick and Lowry as well.
Yeah, the only thing I like Fitzpatrick for sure. What do you got? T5, T2 cut, T14, T5. So I mean, you've got in Fitzpatrick's last 4 PGA starts, not at Memorial. I mean, just that guy is you're almost guaranteed a single digit finish. Did finish 3rd here in 2020. I'm definitely going Fitzpatrick over Shane Lowry. Shane Lowry's projected at 20%, and he is ranking 1st in strokes gained in the field in the last 24 rounds. But I think for that reason that he is going to be heavy chalk. I think Lowry's probably a fade for me, just to try to get away from and get outside of the get away from what's happening in the event that he doesn't have a good round. It's got 120 players he's got to beat. So
there you go. All right, good. This is a great field.
Yeah. Who else? Yeah, it's Spieth again. I think I don't know if he's going to be tired or not. Is that Willie Z? I don't know. What are you thinking? What's your Willie Z? I think his only outing here, he missed a cut. He missed a cut at the Schwab, missed a cut at the Byron Nelson. Yes, he was 2nd at the PGA Championship. I don't know. I may be a fade on Willie Z this week.
The ownership's so low. He's such a great player, and model ranked 6th in this field, $9,400. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit there. Yeah.
$8,000 range. I'm starting at the top, man. I think so. You've got Sungjae T15 last week at the Charles Schwab. That's coming off of his T21 at the Heritage, which we hadn't seen him since then because he had a little COVID scare, and I don't know if he actually had COVID or if it was a he was like he was around someone that had COVID, because I think he was in Korea. So it could have been like a, hey, you can't go get on the plane because we don't know kind of thing. But I think that at 11%, I think that this could be a pretty good place for him. Let's see, course history for Sungjae. Scratch everything I just said. He missed it. 2 out of his 3, he's missed the cut. So yeah, false alarm. Just give me Cam Young. I'll take him.
Cam Young for sure. Yeah, give me Cam Young.
I'll take him.
Good Lord. Model ranked 2nd, $8,800, 16.7% projected ownership, a little bit high. Shots gained total last 24 rounds, 6 off the tee, 2nd on approach, 20th on around the green, 17th putting 73, T3 at the PGA, T2 at Wells, T3 at RBC, missed a cut. I mean, this guy has been playing some great golf.
You know what I like is that he took last week off. Yeah. I like that he got a little bit of rest in there. And, I guess you could look at that both ways, and you could say, shit, you just squashed a heater, right? T3, T2, T3. Easy, Dixie. But I mean, I guess Dixie likes Cam Young too. So there you go. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you can ignore that. And I think, you mentioned it earlier. It's like, hey, when do you take off? What tournaments do you play? Where are you showing up at? I don't know that he's played at the Memorial before. I don't think he has. He may have played the course, but I don't think he's played this tournament. If he did, it would have been as an amateur. But yeah, I think I think you just take it chalk and all, man. I mean, well, look at it like this: you going Cam Young or you going Max Homa? I mean, they're kind of equal. A lot of the stats look the same.
Or Davis Riley. Just keep going down the list.
Or Davis Riley. Yeah, I know.
I know. We should start a lineup right here in this range right here.
I'm totally with you, man. I think that I don't know that that's bad. And a lot of people. So here's where, again, back to ownership percentage. So look at the Berger man. T23 last week, miscut, T21, T50, T13. Ranks 29th in the model. Let's see what his course history looks like here. Where's the Berger man? Missed the cut in 2020. Okay, so that's not great. And I do think course history here is going to weigh heavy on the outcome. At least it looks like it has in the past. Tiger Woods does throw a little bit of a wrench in there in the sense that, well, shit, it was Tiger Woods, but I mean, I don't know if you win there somewhere that often. Anyway, I don't know. Berger, even though I would want to go that way, I may throw him in to some places just because he's projected 6%. I definitely don't think he gets the double digits. Same way with Corey Connors. The numbers aren't horrible. He did miss the cut at the PGA Championship, but T21, T12, T6, T35. Tournament history for Connors, T53, T22, T65. So he's made 3 of his last 3 cuts, which that's more than I can say about Berger. So I guess my thing here is I'm probably going to kind of load up on one side and or the other, and it's going to be a little bit of feast or famine. So I'm thinking for me, the $8,000 range is I'm going to go chalk 8,000, and then I'm going to go low ownership 8,000.
Yeah,
I don't think Answer's a guy for me this week. Keegan Bradley, probably. Let's see what Keegan looks like here. Well, if history repeats itself, so starting in 2017, cut T23, cut T68, cut, and it did go up. It did advance. So I don't know if that's good or bad, but yeah, I definitely I think Keegan, just in recent play, I mean, I think I can feel comfortable with a little Keegan and Mito. I mean, we saw what happened to him at the PGA. Finishing T3, shows up at the Charles Schwab, finishes T7. I mean, I'd say he was just fine, wouldn't you?
I think he's gonna ball strike his way around this place.
All right, where you heading next, Danny?
I think we hit all of the $8,000 range there. I mean, there's some killer. This is such a field. My gosh. I mean, how outside of a major, this is gonna be one of the best fields of the year, right?
Looks like it to me, man. Yeah. I mean, the purse is hefty enough that they're attracting some attention. So
we're missing DJ, we're missing Scheffler,
JT,
missing JT, yeah. But I mean, yeah, they were just scared.
Yeah, I think 32 of the top 50 are here. Well, I mean, if you're not hitting fairways, yeah, I mean, you probably should be. So, JT went to do. Yeah.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
He's in Canada. He's getting his RBC. He's getting his RBC money. He's got to replace that horse.
Do you ever think the horse comes back? No, me either. Yeah.
Not for him. At
one point, I thought maybe, yeah, but I don't think so.
Why would he, at this? Why would he? I mean, does he want the money? Yes. Does he need the money? It looks like he's got all his shit in order. Nah, I don't think the horse comes back.
I don't think the horse comes back either. Okay, $7,000 range. I like Patrick Reed, model rank 95. We talked about it a little bit earlier. $7,900, 14.9% projected ownership. The most we've seen for Patrick Reed in a while, right? That used to be like down in the low single digits for a while. Off the tee, 105th, approach 85th, around the green 36, putting 23, T7 last week. T34 at the PGA, missed the cut at Wells, T42 Mexico, T35 the Masters. But this is a different Patrick Reed. I think he dumped the driver. Did you dump your driver too, by the way?
Indeed. Okay. I no longer have a PXG in the bag.
Yeah.
And so I think I may have dropped mine before Patrick did. So I don't know if he listened. Maybe he's a fan of the show. You never know.
So he was following you on Instagram and he's like, oh, that's a good idea.
It could have been. It's like, oh, wait a minute, not hitting fairways. Oh, well, hold on, let me fix that. Exactly. I think absolutely, I'm all in on Patrick Reed here. Finished 5th last year, T10 the year before. No action in 2019, but T29, T57. Track history looks good. I do think that we've got a different Patrick Reed playing today than we did prior to. But so yeah, I'm all in and good to go on Patrick Reed. What's his ownership? 15%, a little heavy, but yeah, I can get down with that. The other guy that I think he's coming in around 10% ownership. I think Matt Kuchar, man. I think Cooch is I think he's been at $7,800, T34, T12, T49, T3, T2. That's his past 5 starts. And Matt Kuchar, he WD'd in 21. Was that from the Mexico debacle? Was he withdrawing because he didn't want to get heckled?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. But T32 in 2020 missed a cut in 19, T13 and T4, 18 and 17 respectively. So I can definitely get behind some Cooch here. Putting, he's ranked 4th. Off the tee, struggling a little bit. So, I mean, that may be something to kind of go elsewhere. But again, at 10%, looking at some of these other folks, I'm not going to be able to take the Bryson plunge. I'll let somebody else die on that sword. Who else in the? I mean, Chris Kirk has been playing pretty good. Course history here is pretty T26 last year. To be honest, I think if I'm going to go Chris Kirk, I think I'm going to once again look at kind of ownership. And I mean, don't hate me, but I think I might go a little Jason Day on this one.
Okay.
Didn't play last year. T4 in 2020. He's got a T44 and a T15. So I mean, that could be Jason Day could be a play for me.
He's
sure.
a local, right? Yeah.
Yeah, local guy. Who Aaron
Ricky
Wise?
Fowler?
Oh, 100%. Absolutely. I am heavy on Bucky this week, man. I think that is I mean, it kind of says you shouldn't, but he's past 5, T57, T23, T21. I should stop there, but then he missed the previous 2 cuts. But you know, where I think you got something is T11, missed a cut, T14, T8, T2. Now, 3 of those are prior to the renovations, but he shows back up in 2021 and T11. I mean, if Ricky Fowler gives me T11 or better, if he gives me a T20 at $7,200, I don't think I'm going to be upset about that. And neither will the other. He is up to 9%, so people must have been listening. But yeah, so just a couple of the names. We have to dig into them. I know we're going to wrap shortly, but you know, CT Pan, Anirban Lahiri, I think he lost in I don't know. I don't think it was a playoff, but he's runner-up maybe in 18 or 19. Again, pre-course renovation. But Anirban could be a guy. You know who I missed up top was Joaquin Niemann in the $9,000 range. I think that's probably. I think I'm just going to bet Joaquin until he wins. And then I'll get off of him. Who else? Anybody else in the 7,000 range that you're just kind of like, yeah, gotta play that one.
No, I think we're good.
Cam Davis looks good, but yeah, I think Ricky Fowler for sure. Sink burned my ass last week, so I don't know if I'm going to go back to Sink here. All right, 6,000. Where are you heading?
Well, Palmer played well here a couple of years ago, right? Was that 2 years ago or 1 year ago? That was 2 years
2020, he finished second. But now he was on a bit of a heater. That was like he was doing a lot of things right.
I'm going to go Stallings, man. Stallings has been on a run, $6,900. Model rank 69, 3.9% projected ownership off the tee, 92. It's not going to kill him because he's hitting 25th on approach, around the green 50th, and he's putting lights out at 9. T4 last week, missed the cut at the PGA, AT&T Byron, T25. I like some Scott Stallings here. Yeah,
and he finished T48 here in 2019. So I'm with you. I think that's probably a good play. Let me take a look through. Patrick Rodgers, oddly enough, is so T18 in 20 and T8 in 2018. I don't know how much weight can we put in the pre-renovation history versus post-renovation history. Do you think we need to consider? I mean, obviously you need to consider 10%. It, but do you think we should word? Okay, so not much. Yeah,
I think.
You mentioned him earlier. We'll mention him again. I think where's he at? Brandon Steele. I think he's probably going to get some love. You know, especially if you're going like studs and duds. I don't want to say studs. If you're going top tier and then you're going economy, then I think you know, T37, T13, T41, T57 in his last 4 starts here. I think that's probably a go-to for me. Who
Pat
else is
Perez is feeling
good?
himself some Pat Perez right now.
Pat is feeling it. And he's actually played decent here. T57, T70, T19. Who
Bad.
else? If there's just some grabs, if you got it, the Lucas Glover, man, T37, T38, T52, T52, a pair of them, and a T45. I mean, it's $6,500. If Lucas Glover makes it to the weekend, I'm not complaining about that. I mean, that should have given me enough room to get something at the top to kind of make sense. Oh, what's Danny Willett? I'm on another page, but what's Danny Willett's past tournaments?
I'm on the
Most recent here.
Oh, most recent. How much is he?
$6,500, I think.
Let's see.
62. I'm sorry. He's way cheap.
Okay. Danny Willett missed the cut at the Byron Nelson, T51 at Heritage, T12 the Masters, T36 at Corrales.
So we haven't seen a lot
projected
of
ownership.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of him. But here's the thing, though, is I mean, it's recorded. I mean, there are definitely some course comparisons to Muirfield and Augusta National. And we saw a little bit of spark of life out of Danny Willett at Augusta National. And T26, T32, and T27. That's his last three finishes at the Memorial. I mean, like if especially if you're trying to go heavy up top, I mean, I'm not aware of any injuries or anything. I mean, I think Danny Willett could be the trick. Let me tell you, so I can get Jason Duffner at 6,100 or Danny Willett at 62. Even though Jason Duffner has won this tournament before, I'm probably going Danny Willett.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Bo Hostler's really cheap this week as well. $6,200. T21 at Charles Schwab, T69 at PGA, T17 at Byron Nelson. Off the tee, 67th on approach is 119. That's really kind of. I don't think I'd play that, but yeah, he's been playing pretty well at some places though.
Yeah.
Who's the most? What's the most underappreciated player in this field with the price tag? Who's the choose? Who's the deal? No, just in general. Who's the deal this week? Who do you think the deal is?
I think it's Danny Willett. And I mean, I'm looking at course history, right?
Yeah.
And where does he rank in? What's he rank out in the model?
Oh,
he's at 6,200.
Just had him. Hold on. Oh, 81. I
mean, there's people who, I don't know what's the model worth. I don't know. It's more of training guard. It's more of guard rails more than training wheels. So I don't know. I think he or Brendan Steele. I think those for me.
Yeah. Steele's got it going right now too. Yep. He's got it going too.
All right. We've overextended our stay. Should we do a lineup?
Yeah, let's do a lineup.
Let's see what we're gonna get here. Yeah, Sahith Tagala at 6,500, Matthew Wolf at 6,500. I mean, holy shit. There's people like it wasn't. I mean, I think even this year we've seen, maybe not this year, but I think we've seen Matthew Wolf well above $8,000 this year. All right, you want to start 8?
It's ice cream at this place too.
I'm your ice cream man. Okay, $8,000 range. Where do you want to start?
Cameron Young.
All right. We didn't talk about him. I don't know why. I'm going to go Niemann.
Okay. How much is the other end? I got him. Homa?
No, I don't like it. I don't like the ownership on that.
Okay. All right. Let's go to $7,000 range or lower rates. Let's see. Reed.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
All right. So we got 25,000 left and we got 3 spots. So we can get creative. You want to go get a $6,000 guy, or you want to just kind of wash it out in the high sevens, low eights?
You like anybody in the six down there?
Sure I do.
You want to do Fowler?
Oh yeah. I think we can go Bucky.
Okay.
We got 17-8 left. Okay, so now we can get real creative, man. So we could grab a $10,000 guy.
Let's see who we like. Okay, let's grab a 10,000. Let's do it, and then we'll come back and see who we like. Who you thinking? You want Rahm? You want Cantlay?
I don't think the 11,001's going to work. Let's see. Wait a minute.
So if we took Rahm, yeah, that's not that great. Yeah.
15, 16, 11, 14, 18. So Rory's at 16, Cantlay's at 11. Rahm's at 15. Morikawa's at 14.5. You go Morikawa?
Let's try that. Let's try the Workday kid.
And then we didn't even talk about Gary Woodland. Good Lord. Cam Davis. Let's see. Let's look at, hold on. Let's see who's tournament history. Let's see who's hot down in the $7,300 range.
You said you like Matsuyama, right?
Yeah, I like Matsuyama. Yeah.
If you take Matsuyama, you can get Davis Riley as well.
Okay, let's do that. So we're going to Cam Morikawa.
Yeah.
We're going to go Decky. And then we're going to go Riley.
All right, that's good.
Look at you. Man knows how to balance a checkbook. All right. Money in the bank. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. I mean, I think that there was some contrarian plays in there that should kind of throw us off, that should move us aside a little bit from everybody else. So, we'll see where that goes. All right. One and dones. I don't know how I did last week. I forget. I told you my Labor Day or Memorial Day was intoxicating.
Yeah, I think you did pretty good. You did it all right. Let's see what you got here. So last week you took Tommy Fleetwood. You got 41,832. I am on a 3-week goose egg with Brian Harmon clearing me out that one. So yeah, that's a little rough for me.
It could be. This could be the week. This could be the week.
Yeah.
This could be the week.
Yeah.
And I feel like since you're having such a downward spiral, kind of like
well, let me read you some freaking names here. Okay. So it started with Sam Burns at a 0, then Dustin Johnson for a 0, and then Brian Harmon for a 0. I mean, gosh, man.
The good news is you're burning some really good players that you're not going to be able to use again. So I'm really liking this. And I haven't had a lot of zeros, by the way. Now I haven't had a lot of winners, but I haven't had a lot of zeros.
Brutal. I guess it's my choice, right? I go first.
I feel like at this point, I feel like it's rude if it's not.
All right. I'm going to take Patty Ice.
Oh, I like that. I like that. And well, let me tell you how much I like it. I hope they get to a playoff. I'd love to see it. I'm taking Rambo. Give me Rambo.
Oh,
I'm taking this is like WWF style. This is like the cage match that we've always wanted to see. I mean, this is Randy Macho Man Savage and Hulk Hogan absolutely just going at it, top rope, eating turnbuckles, blood everywhere. I want to see, I want it to happen. At least give me I hope they can make it to the final pairing. There's 120 guys out there. Who knows if they'll be able to make it or not? I don't know. I think Rahm's going to make it. By the way, did you hear about that Patrick Cantlay injury?
So I guess Patty goes off at 8 a.m. on Thursday, and Rahm goes off at around 1 o'clock. So
we're bound to get rain. It's that time of year. It's in Ohio. We're probably some thunderstorms. Just depends on how the weather's kind of moving through. But yeah, I'm absolutely looking forward to the tournament, looking forward to the weekend, and more importantly, what I'm looking forward to, we got some really cool stuff coming up. So we're going to be doing some in-person. Guess what? COVID, the monkey flu, ain't holding us back, baby. We're going to get a chance to go and sit down with Eventide in person. and we're gonna taste our way through some of their bourbon barrel aged beers. Looking forward to that.
That's awesome.
I don't know if you saw or not, if you were watching, if you were following us on Instagram at birdies_bourbon, you would have, you saw that I got a chance to go to ASW, Atlanta Spirit Works. And I got I want to say intimate little tasting, but I don't know if that's too forward. It was very private, and we had a really good time. I mean, like, if you are a single malt person and you're looking like, hey, what are this? And they've got other stuff besides single malts, but they're doing a damn bang up job, man, at their single malt stuff. That shit is good. So looking forward to catching up with Whiskey. I don't know when the show will drop. We're going to try and record it either next week or the week after. And the reason we're going to have to do that is I got a lot of planning to do, because we're heading to Sweetens Cove. So we got a little band of followers of the friends of the show that are coming up to play in a little outing at on June the 11th. So it should be fun, man. We got some swag thrown in there for them, and I was a little late getting kind of food truck and stuff together, so that didn't happen. So I think I'm gonna grill burgers for everybody. I don't know, try my hand at the grill. But yeah, I got some friends that have a cabin around the corner. They're joining us, and I think they may put a few of us up the night that we get a chance to play. And Summer, I think Summer is going to be my partner there. I don't know, Summer, if you're listening at this point, maybe not. But I think I had a chance to play with her at the Stir Fry Open, and she said she'd love to come back and join in on a little match with us. We'll put some fun shit together. We'll give away some bottles of bourbon for some fun stuff. I don't know. May have, I don't know what we'll do yet. We'll figure it out. We'll see what happens.
There you go, man. Good times.
But either way, it's gonna be fun. Well, let me put it this way. I'm going to have a good time. If you don't have a good time, it's your own damn fault.
That's on your fault. That's all you. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Gonna be a fun week.
It is going to be a fun week. I hope. Oh, we didn't make mention of this, but do you have any bets you like? Do you have any bets?
Bets for the Memorial?
Yeah. Have any bets you like?
Do we have the odds here? Let's see if we got some odds on Fantasy National. Here we go. I'm sure I do. Homa 40-1. I kind of like that. Sungjae 40-1.
Yeah, that's probably
Patrick Reed 55-1.
That I already bet that. I think I got him at 50, but yeah.
Kuchar 75.
I did not 100. Bet that. I think I think I bet Bucky at like 30 on top 20.
Yeah, there's some good stuff in there. Yeah,
good stuff. All right. Well, we'll see. I guess don't bet all your mortgage away on gambling. Who knows? I don't ever win. Do you win, Dan?
Oh, I won big on DraftKings last week. Yeah, we had some good stuff going on. Yeah.
Well, you did win. That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
All
right. Well,
the one that did as well.
Until next time, hey, we'd appreciate a like. We'd appreciate a follow. Leave a comment if it sucks or you like it. Either way, it'll be good to go. And share it with a friend, or share it with somebody that you don't want to be your friend anymore. We'll take all players.